Simon getting smashed next week. I tell you this, he ignored me and I waited for an interview with him and he no-showed. It's all good though. It's all good. He gave me a time. I was there at the time. I said, hey, you know, I'm just going to wait around, but, you know, I can't wait forever, but, you know, I'm here. I'm waiting, you know, and I continued to wait. And Cameron Simon didn't even shoot me a message. It's almost like he's got the fight of his life coming up. It's pathetic that he didn't think of me first, honestly. Tell us what a vintage £350 Guru McDonald's order would have been. I was never 350 pounds, but I was probably about 310 with a meal in my stomach. Oh, you know what? I have this take about McDonald's. Don't go there and bitch out, dude. You got to have a shit ton of food if you're going to go to McDonald's. McChicken sandwich, Big Mac. Those are, and it's a Big Mac and a burger of your choice. There's a side burger to a McDonald's order, whether you like it or not, and this is true. A Big Mac and a burger on the side. What side burger are you going to have with your Big Mac? This is so fucking true, and real ones know about this. A Big Mac and a side burger of your choice. This could be any variation. It's a smaller burger, but it's something to sort of... It's a different level of burger. Chips, of course. 20 McNuggets. No denying it. Variations of every dip. A McFlurry of your choice, you know. Real ones go for the Cadbury's ones. Bit of caramel in a McFlurry can never do you wrong. Some kind of milkshake. And a non-milkshakey drink. You can't be washing down burger and chips with sludgy milkshake. Milkshake and a full-fat Coca-Cola. 2 drinks. 2 burgers. 2 sides. Then, that's probably about it, to be fair. But you could do that. 80 nuggets. I never said 80 nuggets. And an 100% chicken. 100-piece chicken nuggets, yeah. Sprite. A Sprite could work. But you need something to wear. Sorry. You need something dribbling over here. But either way, guys, that's honestly what you need to do when you go to McDonald's. Don't go to McDonald's and worry about your calories. You're there. You've given up. Okay? Just go all in. Islam and KHAMZAT started their camps. You think we're getting fight announcements soon? I hope so. Yeah, I think we'll get it for June. I hope. Also, we'd love a Kevin Holland or an O'Malley interview for the 316 card build-up. Just saying, Piggy. Oink. Thank you for the 10. I've already read that one. Why am I doing it? Vision's blurry. Oreo McFlurry. Stephen Curry. Diabetes in 5. Yeah. Vision's blurry. Oreo McFlurry. Stephen Curry. Diabetes in 5. How many times has the UFC been in a sinking ship scenario but pulled through? Never. Not like this. They've had moments, but there's always been some life raft that's kept them in it. But obviously early doors. Not since the early days. Thank you for the 2. Obviously the pandemic, but these are alternative situations. Right now it's only the UFC that's intentionally sinking the ship. That's the difference. I haven't picked my nose yet this morning, so I'm going to have to do that a bit this stream. Impression of Piggy to Ivasa and DC at McDonald's drive-thru. Thank you for the 2. Bro, stop going live early. What is this? It's 20 to 1 a.m. UK time. I'm supposed to be on holiday, but I decided against it. Did you see Habib post a ball on his story? Thank you for the $2. Intriguing. No content, so Nina being a full succubus. No morals. All right. Thank you for the $2. You see, DJ is training death sentence for his next fight. Death sentence by flying armbar. There's no chance anyone's going to have a shot at beating death sentence in his next fight. There's no chance. With DJ's help, he'll be a monster. Why did ILIA hate on Mighty? The one thing death sentence didn't have was fight IQ. Why did ILIA hate on Mighty Mouse? I think he didn't. I think he was just trying to make a joke about his name. But he didn't really hate on him as a skill level of a fighter. He just kind of hated, like, why call yourself Mighty Mouse? Why do this? You know what I mean? But, you know. I think Demetrius Johnson, yes or no, chat, kind of helped DJ that he wasn't valued in the UFC. I really think that. I really think it kind of helped. He complimented him after he did, yeah, but he said that one thing about his name. I really think it helped DJ in the long run that he wasn't valued in the UFC. Sure, in the middle of it, he could have made an extra few million throughout his career. But he has established this sort of cult following that have rallied behind him because, you know, they love a disenfranchised fighter. You know, and DJ's personality shone through, and he never changed who he is. If DJ would have gone through his career, being like a trash talker and, you know, doing whatever it took to get the money fights and the big thing, he wouldn't be this sort of like ominous creature. I don't want to say creature. Not creature. He wouldn't be this sort of like holy, he's like a status symbol in the MMA community, I think. Don't you think? He's the GOAT, you know, the one that did it right, that didn't change his morals, that, you know, he got a strong, loyal following out of it, you know. I didn't mean to say creature there, but you know what I was going for. Aura, yeah. He's like the one that did it right, you know, the uninsultable, basically. So much so that if ILIA Topuria says something about his nickname, the fan base is like, what? You know? He wouldn't have had that reaction from the fan base defending him if he was like a shit talker throughout his career, you know? Reread True Geordie's infamous DMs. No! Nah, it just takes too long. What would you add to Gene Silver's game? A lack of support for Israel. Put him McDonald's and forget. Put me McDonald's, forget. Can you say hi to Madeline? What's up, Madeline? Thank you for the 2. Impression of Ariel being nailed to a cross. They're supposed to be the other way around. Impression of Dana being interviewed by Guru. What? What do you want me to... Come on. Oh, come on. What, do you think you could do better? Come on. Impression of CTE Volk noticing why he has due interest. No. Hang on a minute. I swear I took out a loan and Christian ways to make sure that you pay back what you took. Hang on a minute. Thank you for the 2. Luke or Holland? Luke is the underdog on odds. Thank you for the $2. Yes. I don't know. I don't know who to go for there, man. It's a tricky one. I might go Luke. You know what? I've been watching back the Bilal Luke 2 fight. Luke did really well against Bilal. Really well. Bilal did good, but Luke did very well against him. Had him wobbled. Got back up from the takedowns. Didn't give up his back. That's why I'm thinking now JDM could. Loved the CTE Volk when he releasing the Alzheimer's Joe Rogan, asking the same old questions again and again and again. Soon it will happen. I'll have to do it eventually. People forget, man. Thanks for streaming, mate. Gonna be a good listen on my drive home from my hike. It was my toddler's first time on the mountain today. Nice. Thank you for the $5. That's pretty cool, man. Thank you for the 5. Good, man. Get him out and about in the wild world. Thank you for the 5. Do you think Islam fights International Fight Week? I don't think so, no. I think if we see him, it'll be July or August. Max still deserves someone above him after ILIA L? No. Thank you for the 2. No, you got to rebuild. Says members only stream in notification. Rug pull. It's not a members only stream. No, I started it as one accidentally as usual, but no. Islam is avoiding ILIA and says he needs a fight because he wants a tape of ILIA against a grappler at lightweight so that he can take advantage of it. Pathetic behavior. I don't think he said all of that. I think that's just you assuming that based on him saying that you would like to see how ILIA looks at lightweight first, but yeah, good one, buddy. Thank you for the 5. Impression of Leon being a cashier listening to Paddy's McDonald's order. We're running out of chocolate. There's no more Big Macs. Impression of True Geordie's meeting Francis. Well, yeah, but you got a poo in you. Thank you for the 10. Shout out to Addis Paulos. Thank you for the 10, Alan. Appreciate that. There you go. Piggy made a gay trailer at 100k subs. People forget, man. It wasn't gay. It was a cool trailer, dude. I put in effort for that. Holy smokes, Piglet. Thank you for the 1 month of membership, Kieran. Prime Rey Mysterio versus Pantoja. Who wins and why? Prime Rey Mysterio. Thank you for the $2. I reckon Prime Rey Mysterio wins. No. Pantoja mauls that fucking fraud. What you got against Hooker versus Paddy? I don't mind it. I just would rather see Pimlet against a name like a Tsarukian or a Gaethje or an Oliveira or a Topuria. We have a chance at a super fight, and it feels like everyone is trying to make sure Pimlet doesn't get a super fight. It's lame. It's really lame. Even a Tsarukian shit. I need to see Pimlet Tsarukian or Pimlet versus Hooker. How about that? No. Finally, we have a position where we can get a Pimlet Gaethje, a Pimlet Poirier, a Pimlet Oliveira, a Pimlet Topuria. And everyone online is all of a sudden very interested in fights that aren't them. It's pissing me off. Your workout program's getting retarded and regarded, you said. Thank you for the €2, Robert P. Greetings, Fat. How was the McDonald's this morning? I didn't have McDonald's this morning, but I did taste McDonald's recently, chat. I'm not going to lie. 2 days ago it was. I tasted some McDonald's. Crazy, I know. My brother had McDonald's and I had 1 chicken tender and 2 chicken nuggets. Thank you for the $5, Cameron Fossman. I'm going to UFC Atlanta in June. Only main event I see is Usman versus Buckley. Also, I think Rose unfortunately fraud checks Miranda Maverick. Rose is fighting Miranda Maverick. I mean, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's not even a fraud check. Miranda Maverick's been fraud checked. Thank you for the $5. Only main event I see is Usman versus Buckley. We hope so. Seems like Usman's back in the gym and working out, and I saw Adesanya can't do fucking push-ups. I saw that. But yeah. Thank you very much for the $5. Topuria should fight Arman. He is the #1 contender. Yeah, I don't mind a Topuria Arman fight as much, but I just wish we would get Oliveira, Gaethje, Pimlet, and Topuria all matched up in one-on-ones. You know, in 2 different fights. Oliveira, Gaethje, Pimlet, Topuria. However you want to do it, but not Oliveira, Gaethje. So there's not every way you want to do it. I don't know why, but if Topuria... You know what? Fucking book Arman versus Makhachev, man. And just fight in June or July. I'm sick of waiting, man. All these guys fucking whining on Twitter, dude. Fucking pussies these lightweights are, dude. I thought Pimlet was going to be the biggest bitch as a top contender. He's the only one calling out title elimination bouts. And pissing me off. I don't know why, but if Topuria versus Paddy fight, I'm sensing a Paddy sub. Topuria knocks him down, goes for the finish, and Paddy latches a sneaky triangle. I could see a situation like this, yes. It's very far-fetched to go for a prediction of something like that, but hey, listen, my predictions have been fucking dog shit this year. They haven't. I've actually, brought back a decent percentage, but I just can't get fucking pay-per-view main events right to save my fucking life. Elkins versus Oliveira 2 for the legacy matchup. Thank you for the 20 Mexican dollars. We need to see it. Chat, hear me out. We need a death in the octagon just to put a chill down the spine of a lot of these hangers-on that are in the sport. Don't you think? I'm not going to hope that it happens, but there would be some positive from it. There'd be a ton of negative. I'd be very sad if someone died in the octagon. But I think it would be good if someone got vegetabilized in the octagon so that all these other legends called it quits a little sooner. Because right now they're feeling invincible, chat. You know? Right now, a lot of these legends are feeling invincible. I can fight forever. I'm going to do this till the wheels fall off. Somebody's wheels need to fall off. I'm obviously joking. Bro, listen to yourself. Yeah, there's these things called joking, but no one's allowed to do that anymore, so it is what it is. God, I can't even have a skit these days. The UFC negotiations with Netflix need to include a parlay with Guru doing the promotion content because this ship is sinking quickly. True. Thank you for the $5. I don't want to work for that scum of an organization now. Give him Lucas Tracy. Put them Lucas. Put them Lucas. 2 $5 spicy McChicken meals. Yes, and chicken tenders. On the side. Thoughts on Philly versus Landwehr? Potential matchup. Young Philly. He's out. Free Philly. It worked. Andre Philly, Nate Landwehr. Stupid as fuck. Give them each a name that needs to prove himself against an unk of the division. Like the 2 of them. Give me Kevin Vallejos versus Nate Landwehr. Islam and Hamzat started their camps. You think we're getting fight announcements soon? Also, we'd love a Kevin Holland or an O'Malley interview for the 316 card build-up. Just saying, Piggy. Wink. Maybe I'll try and get both. Thank you for the $10. I'll at least try and get the O'Malley interview. I know Holloway said he would be down for an interview, maybe so. Ball's in my court for a Holloway interview, so we'll wait till he comes back for that. But yeah, 316, we got a few. I might just go JDM over Bilal. I'm doing it! I'm going with JDM over Bilal, dude. You've got that fat look in your eyes again. All right. That's what you get for even considering cancelling on the GOAT DJ. You mad fool of a teeny little soy boy fool. 500 IQ. I told you guys the real reason I was having doubts about collaborating with Demetrius Johnson, so that I couldn't come up with a bullshit excuse and not do the collaboration. Of course, I'm doing the collaboration with DJ. Come on. You guys don't see that? Thank you for the 5. MMA is the only sport where you can deny a match. An NBA team can't be like, I'm not playing the Lakers. They're really good and I'm one win from the playoffs. But they can substitute their top players to save them for the playoffs. Yeah, but I know what you mean. The UFC needs to start handing fighters their next fight like a schedule. They do. Thank you for the $20. You know what, yeah? It actually is true. I tweeted this. We tried giving UFC fighters some rights and freedom. It hasn't worked. Yes or no, chat? They had their chance. They had their chance. They had their chance. It's so true. They had their chance. The UFC was like, okay, you know, we'll give fighters a little bit of freedom. We'll loosen the leash a little bit. We'll see how they act. And since then, they've been nothing but absolutely disrespectful to the promotion and the fan base. They're done. Back under lock and key. Back under the whip. No more rights for UFC fighters, dude. They had their chance and they proved that the sport would be destroyed if they had them. They had their chance. Pay-per-view's expensive, dude. I owe you. Impression of Gay Connor. Somebody fucking sniff a line out me gooch, mate. I don't know. Thank you for the 2.